Pain subsiding. Too much without ammo. I'll put these in my pack. I think I can climb up this cliff. I wonder if there's anything interesting at the top. I'll save this for a dyer. An old Karja watchtower. I wonder what's inside. Strong smell. Okay, almost there. Some kind of device. The metal reflects the sun. There's another watchtower on the other side of the valley. I wonder... Looks like some kind of lens. Guess I'll keep it for later. I can almost see the entire valley up here. Must be chain scraped. Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear, too. Useful for making dyes. Seems to my stash. Machine. It must be a bristleback. Maybe Erend took it down? Bristlebacks must have got these Osram. I hope Erend and the other Vanguard are okay. I'm soaked with acid. Did the bristlebacks do this? If I find where these machines are made, where are you off to? Whole area's ripped with them.
Hey! You! Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers!
It's always something. Hold tight! I'll see what I can do!
Try luring me with the tripwire!
Run here!
Why kill it like that? What do you think the tripwires are for? Hey, fine! Kill them however you want! Tripwires are better, though! Never saw it coming.
That's the last one.
Hello, Red. What a day, what a day.
Thank Ford for sure. Tripwire's handy. Come on over. Let me give thanks proper like.
Get this from my stash when I need it.
Hey, Red! Share a moment, will ya?
I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill one bristleback.
So the vanguards came through here?
Yeah, just a bit ago. Took down that bristleback, headed south. But then those scroungers showed up to carve the carcass, as they do. Then another bristleback ran through. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here.
So the vanguard went south.
Probably. This whole valley is swarming with them. The vanguard seemed dead set on getting rid of them.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster. One of my make. Free of charge.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the design since I left Chain Scrape. More room to tinker out here and less chance of, well, accidents.
Did something happen in Chain Scrape?
Well, like someone.
I don't follow.
There's this sack of wet dirt, Olvend. Thinks he's the Elderman of Chain Scrape. Got half the town treating him as such. Back when I had a place in town, he took a real interest in my wares. Kept pressing for the Olvend discount. I said no. He didn't like that so much. I can't prove it, but that chuff bucket set my workshop on fire. Felt it best to put some distance between us after that.
Cable car operator told me the bristlebacks just appeared yesterday. Do you know anything about them?
How is old Karn? Back in the day, me and him got into all sorts of trouble. There was this one time that...
Anything about the bristlebacks?
No. Karn said true. Just showed up and ran amok. Lucky for me, I've got you and the Vanguard swooping in time to time to save my backside.
I should get going. Thanks for the tripcaster.
While you're blasting bristlebacks, I think I'll head down to the hunting grounds. Did you know they have a tripcaster trial? Come by later if you want to try it out.
Maybe. After I get things under control. So Aaron headed south. I should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus. Stash this away for later. Tracks. Maybe Aaron's and the Vanguard's. These prison backs are everywhere. Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
Another one down! Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just the hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Aaron! Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest.
Hold up. Aloy, the logs up on those towers. Now if you can shoot them loose, maybe you can get rid of these guys faster.
Got it! Just have to time my shot.
Oh, that one hurt. Like hammer to metal. Hey, Lloyd. Yeah, you might have to.
No room on me. I could send it to my stash.
Caught me at my best, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
Who needs ribs, huh? Oh. I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Daunt just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Erend, what I did at the Spire, what we did, it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Erend, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's It's better if I do it alone.
Alone? Ah, that figures.
Aaron! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming. Oh, this just keeps getting better. Huh. Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this sun priest, Studious Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Ugh. Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah. Oh, it's nothing.
It sounds like something.
All right, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took off, you left without so much as a handshake. I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy. You just disappear? What kind of person does that?
Aaron, look. I'm sorry it wasn't easy for you when I left. And I know it's not easy now, but what I've been doing... Life on Earth is in danger. And only I can save it.
Your life on Earth?
Yeah. Everything dies unless I succeed.
Well, then let me help. Oh,
You can't. There's no machine to fight, no bad guy to kill. What I've got to do, I can't even explain it. Not even to people I care about.
oh, so much for being useful. Okay,
Aaron! By the forge.
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey, you're needed elsewhere. Obviously. We'll make it without you. I said we're good, Aloy. Oh, go on ahead.
That doesn't sound good. Gemstone. It's green like blaze. Found a cauldron to learn how to override machines. What are those Oseram doing out here?
Quick! Gotta scrap him before the scroungers get him.
Oh, that bristleback's charging right at them.
Another one for the scrap pile. Your help was timely, Nora.
Just get back to Chainscrape before you get yourselves killed.
Not with all this salvage lying about. Come on, crew! Back to it!
Pack's full, but my stash has room. There's the quarry Thurles mentioned.
Break those asses up!
And it's full of whispers. One less machine.
Those acid spitters brought friends.
Incoming. Another one down. One less machine. Another one down. There. Quarry's safe.
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk.
Always good to have extra.
I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the Vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chainscrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Olvin blows that thing. Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Olvin holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
What are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in a dawn before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet. I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Valley should be safe enough to travel. I'll go give Wuddies the good news. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen. pitfall is. An image from the old world. Looks like some kind of building in front of sheer cliffs. The image is incomplete. But maybe if I line it up exactly with where it was taken, my focus can fill in the rest. Data from the call room, if I can find one.
That's gotta hurt! I can help!
It's a ruin from the old world. I could find something interesting inside.
I'd like to feel my legs again if you don't mind, Savior.
Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy is fine.
Aaron mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
You're Vanguard.
Well, here to escort Wadis's delicate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chainscrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Gave the first one a good beating.
But
didn't quite have time to roll out of the way when it fell.
Told you it wasn't a good idea to eat that much before heading out.
I should probably get going.
Now, if you see any more of these bristlebacks...
I'll make sure to roll out of their way.
Might want to take some of these with you as well. They're handy in a pinch.
Thanks.
Stay safe, Aloy.
It looks like the building in the image might have been near a river. Maybe there used to be a bridge nearby? Ruins of a bridge. Maybe it's the same one from the image. Got it! Huh. Completing the image unlocked a data file. It looks like these vista points were made by... Miriam Technologies. That was Elizabeth's company. I wonder if I can find more of them out in the wild. Okay, what do we have in here? A relic. Wonder how I can get in there to get it. Looks like this door needs some kind of key module. Maybe there's one in the ruin? There's data here. There's a code for the locked door in this data. But I still need to find a key module. Great. That should be useful. I'll find this in my stash later. Okay, gotta find a key for the door. There's more of the ruin down here. Where to now? There. Any more light down here? Well, I can't reach the ledge above now. Guess I'll have to find another way up. Back. Down it goes. this lead? The key module. Okay, let's see if this key fits. There. Looks like this needs a code, too. I think some of the data I picked up might help. Well, that's not it. There we go. What is this thing? I'll hold on to it for now. I can grab this from my stash later. She was onto me. Clever one. I'll fill up while I can. This'll be in my stash when I need it. That. Gates must be shut because of the bristlebacks. I should look for another entrance. Looks like this gate's shut too. There has to be one that's open. Hello? Anybody there? Nope. Gonna have to find another
Outlander
entrance.
approaching. Is that the Savior? Wanna come in, Savior?
Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Dwarf's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem.
The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barrenlight I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Couldn't finish. I'm drunk, you. You keep the noise down.
You went worse than you did yesterday.
Am I lost, or am I exactly where I'm meant to be? Look at
Shop looks closed.
Yep.
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you. Workbench is free if you need to tinker with that gear.
told me you'd be here.
This should be useful. Now I just need to get what east moving.
Where? Get the feeling you're itching to go out west.
One drink for me, and one drink. How goes it, Hammerhead?
Hey, Milda. Milda. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use...
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the... But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile, if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Milduff. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Already got enough meat and bitter leaf. Just need to grab a metal panel from the scrounger pile.
And the others are doing better than I am.
What happened to you?
That damn mine won't be the last injury if Ulvin keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chainscrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but... Olvin probably threatened to cut off her pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down? You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvind and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman. The kind that knows how to deal with management. But Olvin... Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury, when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shift.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hour. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the...
I... would appreciate that. Thank you.
We are on the same side here, Ulvund.
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the Savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my... saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble? Ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Karja risk nothing, while demanding that good Oseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Karja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Oseram.
Fair deal? You mean your concession?
It's not mine. It's on behalf of all who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this for a land worked by the people.
Right. Then just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community.
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few...
So you have no real authority, then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically it, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents, and I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is,
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from, is to look after the well-being of these...
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to blow the whistle.
Oh there, not so fast. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kills. Make sure the valley is safe again. It shouldn't take more than a day. Or two.
No. You blow the whistle now.
These are innocent Osram lives we're talking about here. Surely the delay...
Either you do it now, or I will.
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather around. The savior of Meridian has done it again.
What?
The bristlebacks are defeated. You.
What?
Sound the whistle. Chainscrape is open for business.
Terrific. Yay.
And Ulvund has agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah!
That's more like it!
Yeah! Woo!
Ha-ha!
Yeah! Yeah!
Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do. Well, the Chainscrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade. I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barren Light. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet. He's in the tavern. The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errand vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says...
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay?
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Barren Light, Wadis. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades. Maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
Not to this flaming slag. Now they got it. Charms. Rich is probably the best beer to be found outside the claim, for one. Two. But two, this pub never closes. That's it. Remedies the trade. You gotta move! Maybe I should charge
Ah, Savior! Over here!
Yeah, you!
It's a Tanakh game. Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry well, aren't you? I got an extra set. A Tanakh original Sit. I'll run you. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too. All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just I own them since this is your... Usually you get to choose pick up that machine piece to... And remember, Each machine can only take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect, and your current machine has 2. So in total, since my machine isn't the one attacking, and just like your machine, so right now, this means you... Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes, overcharge your machine. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out, we both get the victory point. Good news is, since you're gonna receive your victory points before which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the now. But that means that wasn't. Just remember to always check for the best terrain to it. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over I know it saved my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget. These are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian. It's a small, but you might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all, though they'll need their, or you might know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine or brew hopping. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks.
Don't be a stranger.
Come for that beer after all. Get a pint. Wasn't expect.
Since when do I?
There's that fire and
fire and spit.
Won't fix the forge, but at least I...
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this, but we still got Olven. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. to come all this way.
Shadow Carja refugees.
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, and therein lies a Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a...
Huh. Never heard them talk.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja. But overall, they're not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by.
So the bristleback... Where did they come from?
That's the thing. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley, lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got that put a dent in old... Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out...
But how could Bristlebacks and the Daunt help?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the Bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get until the concession's signed. This is just his latest. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he wrote.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Carja for anything.
Damn Carja sleep.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always...
And go back east? Nah. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else can you tell me?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Card, at least not anymore. But whatever side of the sun they don't seem to want for nothing except to prey and...
So they're just camped outside by blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for...
Don't rightly know. Should they ever wise up and salvage it? A Stormbird heart is worth, and if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever...
Who is this tall...
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, though.
So Talland works for Ulvin?
Ha! Ulvin might think so. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees...
So about...
Around here, everything's about...
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel, smelling a fat. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need... So he jangled purses all over Main Spring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a day. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Carja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession.
This concession decree, what...
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims, even though they're on Carja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards. And since Olvind has a stake in all, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram unit, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the rep.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
Petra said Talon has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
A word, Savior. Savior. And my condolences.
I've dealt with worse.
The idea, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did...
No one knows for sure. But unless they have wings, I don't know. But I don't see how they could have come over.
No other way.
The only way I know... Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in Help me shut Ulvind up.
What is this
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Dawn. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any...
Let me guess. Because he stands to...
Exactly. With the Daunt under... He could secure more investment.
He can't get those investments without the...
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke. Hence, why the concession is so... And why blaming the Carja for the Bristlebacks, no matter how absurd...
How does blaming the Carja for the Bristlebacks help Ulvin get his...
Look around. This may be the Sundom, claiming that the Carja loosed the Bristlebacks in Oseram laborers. Well, Let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocity. Even with the Valley working, Ulvund hopes he can stir up enough resentment against the
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did...
I asked for the post overseeing the entire It was an honor. Is an honor.
But your job would be a lot easier, like Ulvund blasting hot...
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. No, I'll find a way to... I have to.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified lady, said the ground trembled before they came He took off and ran.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren...
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's...
It's a weapon! Kill is the point.
Not if it blows the user's arm! Oh, just stop talking.
So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new weapon. Am I right?
Actually,
But you're just nuts! I am with a customer!
I'm not a customer.
I got it! Triple the powder. It'll blow a Strider sky high. Ba-boom. One-shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right place at the right time, Red! How would you like to be the proud owner of the world's first machine-enhanced...
Explosive, done in one, machine wrecking.
Yet perfectly safe, javelin thrower.
Are you two from around?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out in search of some unknown opportunity. Said we'll know it when we see...
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post for my parents isn't how I want to make my mark in the... I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
So...
My apprentice and my... There was an incident.
Involving...
Ba-boom! And Dad's precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Huh. Tell me more about...
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some Karja scholar who wandered out. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting. Effective? Yes. But coming out and I'm on the brink.
Whereas I will perfect it.
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw, increase the projectile's velocity. Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the projectile is better. Namely with explosive tip.
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That could work. There's one small snag. I need the parts to make the first working.
Well, for starters, I'll need charger horns. Intact.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot, otherwise they break. But the real innovation, and keep it to yourself, is a fang horn rib.
There's a mean one east of here.
Boomer! You get him for me.
You have a deal.
Almost ready to go?
Got somewhere to be. Sorry.
off and tripped over one of the stupid wires. Like he didn't go boom. Well, I hope a bristleback tripped him up. Room. Oh yeah, sure. Get around it. I'll be here watching you. Your compassion warms my forge.